What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Chi Guy. And today, we're going to get into some game, to some ism, and we're going to discuss the anti-ism, which is the way of the savage, and how the enemy, the ops, the system, has worked tirelessly for the past 60 years to produce a generation of renegades and simps. So let us begin. Originally, us players thought that Uncle Sam was working. We knew they was working to replace the proverbial pimp with these Uncle Sam energy, which is why Uncle Sam and the pimp, when you see it in pop culture, they dress just alike, right? They dress just alike. Now, so they took out all the original pimps and they locked them up and whatnot, and they replaced it with Uncle Sam. And Uncle Sam started giving women money in the form of affirmative action and all the uh, government programs, right? All their government programs. Now, we originally thought that they was trying to create a generation of hoes and tricks. We thought that was the original plan. No, that was level one. That was level one. That was level one. That was like the paid in full generation. See what I'm saying? Paid it with Ace now. That was the generation of tricks. So they gave them all money through the drug game, and they knew they would just spend it and do whatever, and get right back to the system. So yeah, and a generation of hoes. Well, you know, the women would do anything for money, right? Also, another thing they did was they worked tirelessly to cause this friction between the man and the woman. Why? It was to create this generation that we're in now, which is a generation of renegades and simps. Now, why is that worse than the hoe and the trick? Because a hoe still listens to the proper instruction of her man. See what I'm saying? She's still down for her man, whichever one she chooses to be with, right? She's still down for that. So they didn't want that. They didn't want that. They don't want you having nothing to do with the masculine energy, whether they divine or whatever. They want you to not fuck with me, period. Enter the Renegade program. All right, we gonna pay y'all not to fuck with y'all men, right? You think that's them being the hoe. No. A lot of women still, even though they took the money, they still was down for their men. The last generation, right? So they couldn't have that. So they tightened the restrictions on those programs over the years and made new laws and everything. It's harder for women to get food stamps now and get any type of help in this corrupt system. So now, if you want our help, you can't have nothing to do with the needy man. Period. So all the programming, the love and hip hop, all that has been designed to create the renegade, a generation of renegade women, right? And the generation of women, renegade women, is basically not just I don't need a man. It went from I don't need a man to I don't fuck with men. See what I'm saying? Know the difference. You don't need a man, but most women say that as a defense mechanism to keep certain niggas away from them. But once they get a man, they switch up, right? Nah, it went from I don't need a man to I don't fuck with men, period. Know the difference. See what I'm saying? See, that's the renegade mentality that they've been trying to program with women. I don't fuck with men, period. I don't want to have nothing to do with the needy man, right? See what I'm saying? Or men, period. Or men, period. And so this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on. On the flip side, with the men, originally you just had tricks. They created a generation of tricks in the previous generation with the paid in full generation, everybody in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. But even though they was tricks, they still go home. A lot of them be good providers for their family. They didn't want that either. Nah, we want them to be simps. What is a simp? A simp is basically the hero that never gets the woman at the end of his story. And I want y'all to really think about the psychology of that. Think about you having all that power as the hero, but you couldn't get your woman. You couldn't get the love energy. You couldn't get the love of your life. Think about that. That's what they wanted. They wanted to produce the proverbial nice guy, the proverbial pushover, the proverbial weakling, the proverbial lame and wimp. All of this, cause simp actually means submission in my program, right? That's what a simp represents. So now he's submissive. He's a submissive man. He's a weak man, especially when it comes to getting the woman he wants. Why do most women not like simp? Because simps are usually men who don't stand up for themselves. They not standing in their masculine energy, and no woman wants a weak man, a warriorless man. You feel me? They gotta have some type of warrior energy about them. Because women are about peace and war. Because why is women about peace and war? Because women got enough common sense to know via their survival instincts and intuition that shit can pop off in America at any given moment. Even though most men like to ignore that fact. And those are usually the simps among us. And that's why they are the heroes who never gets the girl. Because they just want peace. And you can't just have peace in this world. Every day you step out your house is war. It's war. The art of business is the art of war. It's just the art of war with finances, psychology, and sociology. So you can't ignore that. So that's what they wanted. They wanted to produce the simp project simp, submissive men, weak men. That they knew during this era, if they were successful, they would literally go to war with their own woman. And the renegades will go to war with their own man. A lot of women y'all see and a lot of men y'all see online talking shit about each other. Not only are they being paid to do it, they glad to do it because they both renegades and simps. If you arguing with a woman, you automatically a simp by default. I don't give a damn how right you are. If you arguing with the man, if you attacking the man, then you automatically a renegade by default. I don't care how right you are. If you just can't sit down and discuss that situation with the man, then you're a renegade. If you can't sit down and discuss that situation with the woman, you're a simp. You're a simp. So this is what you got going on. This is the generation of men and women that they work to create. Simps and renegades. Yep. And this is the anti-ism, the way of the savage, which is the opposite of the ism. The ism teaches principles over people, people over things. The anti-ism teaches things over people and people over principles. So usually the simp don't have no principles, don't have no masculine structure, no proper structure, no proper instruction. So he just out here winging it. Usually the renegade, pure chaos as well. Basically, the simp and the renegade are two sides of the same coin. They just chaos in motion. You see what I'm saying? They say what they want about the Mac and the pimp. They usually have a program. They usually have a game plan, unless they fucked up Macs and pimps. Dirty Macs, dirty pimps, gorilla Macs, and gorilla pimps. You have those. Yes, you have those too. So yeah, so yeah. Do believe that this has been the agenda the whole time to create the gender wars, and through gender wars they knew there would be a rift and dilution of the game. So there you go, there you go. That's what you're seeing with this generation of renegades and simps. This your boy the Chi God. Peace, passion, and chaos, and I'm out.